let's have a chit chat. We need to talk. This is serious. Hello, what's up, and welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be a nice sit down talking video, just me and you, but let's get real. So many of you are underestimating yourself and thinking that you can't travel solo when you absolutely can. And I think that every single person should travel solo at least once in their lifetime. And in this video, we're going to talk about why. If you don't know who I am, my name is Rachel. I make videos on fashion, travel, and environmentalism. If you like any of those things, you should consider subscribing to me. My qualifications are that I solo travel quite frequently, and I think that it's taught me so much about myself. It's allowed me to grow as a human being, and it's just fun, okay? Here are the reasons that I think you should solo travel. Alright, so the first reason is independence. Now, this one's gonna sound very obvious, okay? You get such a taste of being very independent when you are solo traveling. You only have yourself to rely on. You are the one who is figuring everything out, who is problem solving. It's all on you. The reward that comes with being the person who figures everything out is just amazing. Wherever you go, you can truly say to yourself, I made this happen. I planned this trip. I got myself on the airplane. I got myself here. I am here because of what I did independently. That feeling is just so unmatched. It's very empowering, and I feel like although I love the community that I built for myself at home, it is really great to know that there are a lot of things in this life that I can do on my own. Having a good relationship with yourself is really, really important and is going to help you navigate the world much more easily, whether you're traveling or not traveling. The second reason that I think that you should solo travel is to meet new friends, and specifically new friends from around the world. Sometimes when you're traveling, of course, you might run into people who are from your country, but I think that meeting people in other countries and befriending them and having these amazing conversations and sharing these amazing experiences together is something that is so unique and can only happen when you solo travel. It's a really big misconception that when you're solo traveling that you are alone all of the time. Of course, you can find moments when you are alone, but a lot of the time you're able to have these connections and meet people and make friends from all around the world, and it's not lonely at all. Meeting people from other countries and becoming friends with them gives you this like social awareness that only happens when you travel. You learn things about other countries and other ways of living that you might never have known on your own. I also think a big pro to this, especially if you live in like North America or like Western nations, is that you learn that your way of life and your way of doing things isn't necessarily the best way, and that there are people all around the world that do things completely different than you, and maybe you find merit in some of that. I think it's a really close-minded and small way of living if you think that your country, your family, your city does things the best way possible. Of course, you can have pride for your nation and appreciate where you come from, but I think it's also really great to open your eyes to new cultures and new ways of doing things that you might never have thought were possible. I think that this also makes you just a better global citizen because you're way less likely to hold on to like prejudice or bigotry if you've come in contact with people from that country. You'll be way more likely to like lend a helping hand or like think, I know someone who lives in this country that's really struggling right now. They're not so different than us. I think in part there's this recognizing that there are differences and that they're really cool. And then another part is just kind of recognizing that we all have a lot of similarities and we're more alike than you think. And I think that's beautiful. The third reason that I think you should solo travel is to find joy in solitude. Find joy in being alone. I think that with our world being so like quick and there's a lot of hustle and bustle that comes with life, we don't really find moments of solitude that often. And I think this is a skill that everyone needs, to be okay with being alone, right? Along with independence, just being able to sit quietly with your thoughts in solitude is so eye-opening. This is where you learn self-awareness. This is where you're able to like cognitively think about who you are and who you want to be and what life you want to live. There's also a joy in solitude when you're traveling that you don't really have to worry about anyone else. Now, this isn't to say in life that you should not worry about other people and be selfish, but it is to say that when you are solo traveling, you don't have to compromise on literally anything. And if you're someone who already likes being alone, I think you'll really enjoy just being able to relax and be present with yourself and live in the moment. And that brings me to point number 4. You have your own time. Literally, you can do whatever you want with this time. You don't have to compromise on anything. You can have quite literally the trip of your dreams because you get to choose what foods you're eating, what accommodations you're staying in, and what you're doing day to day. You get that own personal choice to do that. Usually when you go on a trip with someone else, you kind of have to compromise like, oh, this person really likes this, we're gonna do this one day, this person likes this person may like to sleep in, this person may like to wake up early. No, you can literally wake up at 2 p.m. and go to a chocolate factory. A chocolate factory? You literally have the choice and the freedom to do anything. Number 5 is confidence. After you solo travel, you are gonna have so much more confidence because you know that you can go about things and navigate the world really well on a large scale, so it's going to be even easier on a small scale when you're back at home. There's so much confidence that comes with meeting new people, being able to bargain at street markets, being able to navigate your flight, being able to ask for help, learning a new language, eating a different way. You are going to be so confident as you problem solve and handle everything that life and travel throws at you, that confidence is going to be something that you carry with you back into your daily life when you go home. I feel literally so confident and quite possibly invincible when I come home from a trip. I am so ecstatic that I did it all on my own, and I just feel so confident and friendly and happier, and I feel like that allows me to show up for others in my day-to-day life when I'm home in such a better, more fulfilled way. The 6th reason that I think you should solo travel is resilience. Now, of course, solo traveling isn't all just sunshine and rainbows and happiness and sparkles and glitter and all this good stuff. Sometimes there are some hard days. The focus shouldn't necessarily be on those bad things, but it's the way that you handle them. The way that you handle these things are going to help build resilience and perseverance as you navigate through these problems and just become a more strong-willed, better version of yourself. Overcoming challenges will literally lead you to feeling more resilient and unbeatable in life. Because take it this way. If you don't solo travel and you just live your life day to day, maybe something bad happens and that just feels like the end of the world in your perfect little bubble at home in this routine. However, if you solo travel and you're constantly being pushed out of your comfort zone, you're challenging yourself and you're just living this more hard life. It's harder than when you're back at home. If you're doing that, you're going to learn so many skills and resilience and perseverance techniques that when you're home, if something bad happens, you're gonna be like, you know what, this is small potatoes compared to that time I lost my phone on a bus in the Czech Republic. Or, you know what, yeah, we have to walk a couple miles and it's raining right now, but that was nothing compared to this one time when I was in Laos and I was in nothing but my bathing suit and I had to navigate the streets by myself and get back to my hostel. Yes, that was a true story. Challenges are good for you. You learn every time you face a challenge. You learn those resilience and perseverance skills, but you also learn more about yourself. Which leads me to my last and final reason that I think everyone should solo travel. Number 7 is self-awareness and self-knowledge. You learn so much about yourself when you are solo traveling. You have not only a lot of time to decompress and to think critically about who you are, but you're also able to see who you are outside of life's different, comforts. You're able to see who you are outside of your family and your friends and people that you know that are comfortable around you. Who you are truthfully isn't who your friends are, it isn't who your family is, it isn't where you live, it isn't even necessarily the things that you do day to day. Who you are is like your soul and your body, and it's inside of you. And that is something that is universal wherever you are. It's how you act, it's how you talk to people, it's how you go through life, how you make others feel. That's who you are, and that's something that you will really be able to see and acknowledge while you're traveling. And if you discover that who you are isn't something that you like, then you're able to cognitively think about it and change it. This video got very, very deep, but I hope that it motivated you to solo travel at least once. Even if it's a small trip and even if it's not too far from where you live, I think that you should give it a shot. If you have any solo travel questions for me, please leave them in the comments and subscribe to my channel if you found this video helpful. And if you're looking for a sign that you should solo travel, this is it. This is your sign. This is me right now telling you this is your sign. I hope this video is motivating for you, and I hope it gave you that push to book the trip. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye guys.